You don't know it again from Atlanta. I don't give a fuck if you're working with the Face Records, So Def. You can't stand around with me when it comes to just.
Whenever we say the name Quavo Gold, there's two things that comes to mind. The artist from the Migos and the popular brand of tequila. But when the name is mentioned amongst real industry players, a very distinctive image and feeling comes to mind with a clear picture of who's being referred to, and it's not the drink.
A few artists that got a record deal, right? They say they sell 1 million records. Okay, they gonna beat them so bad, they probably come home with $50,000, right? You gonna take that home. You ain't got enough to help feed. This again, who've been running around with you, trying to help promote you. This again, who've been fighting with you, again, tried you, and you don't even got enough character to be honest with them. Y'all ain't gonna never make nothing out of this. We in the music industry, and we look like we selling records, but them ain't record sales, you know what I mean? Atlanta has lied for a long time. A lot of people have lied on Atlanta, and some people from Atlanta have been telling half the story. But of course, the truth is gonna hurt.
He's a second-generation Atlanta music pioneer, the older brother to the classic hit-making Polo the Don, and is responsible for many hit songs, as well as the careers of many major industry players, including T.I. and Young Jeezy.
I had a big part of T.I. being connected to the corporation. Gucci Mane, Young Jeezy, Akon, Rashida, Pastor Troy.
His efforts in the industry created success at a rate of 100%, which made him most valuable player when it came to finding talent, launching careers, writing hit songs, and ultimately molding talent into mainstream success.
And I got to a point where I could just get on the phone and help a career go overnight.
This exclusive interview by InFocus Media is the first time he's speaking out, as he gives us his account on what took place behind the scenes of Atlanta's musical movement.
Home of the cap billers and wing splitters, eating killers.
My partner had just got his name Shakir Stewart, man. He had just became vice president of Def Jam. He said, "Who do I need to get?" He said, "I want to go get this girl from Barbados." Her name was Rihanna. He told me I can go get Kilo. He gave me the keys to Hitco. So I'm gonna give you a little budget till I get back, get shit worked out. He said, "Who the third person we need to get?" So he named about 3 people, which Young Jeezy. I said, "That's who you need to get, Jeezy."
This one, all these were artists new before they were.
Yeah, Jeezy was he had just adopted my style.
They blowing purple shit, they keep it high like the moon. I'm an affiliate.
I know people, they like to change their story when shit get going, but you can go to 2005, John Madden. It's a record on there called Again. I went in the studio, dropped that shit, came out, and Jeezy told me a couple weeks later, he said, "Yeah, man, we up with your little style you had put down." And he really had created himself. And the shit sounded good. And I told him I loved it. You know what I'm saying? That shit good. Because that's what I'm here to do, man. I want to see more blow
You
up.
saying the style, meaning like the way he comes.
Yeah, he used to rap like Twister. He used to rap real fast.
Okay.
And I just came in there on some. I would listen to James Brown on the way to the studio.
So you're kind of credited to kind of shaping and molding the way he raps, his style.
Oh, definitely. Whether he ever say it again, you know what I'm saying? When the city was complaining about it, he came to me real quick. It was like, "Quay, man, you know, that shit you were doing on the night." Me and Jazz started playing with it. We came up with some good shit. So when I heard it, I was like, "That shit fire."
And what was it? Is it something we know today?
His whole style, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because like I said, if you go back to 2005, John Madden, I don't think he was doing the shit in 2007. In 2005, he sounded like Twister. But that's where that style came from. I was listening to James Brown on the way to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, James Brown was going crazy. I was like, man, when they put the beat on, I just got ready. Everybody say yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I did my whole verse like that. I just went to the verse. That's how I became an artist. Universal called me and said, "We want you to come to New York, please." So I was like, "Y'all know me?" They were like, "Man, we've been following you for years." And when I went to New York, that's when they told me, they were like, anything you ask us to do, we'll do it if you sign with us. So I told them I want y'all to sign this kid named Akon. Pastor Troy. Troy had already had a situation up there that was, it was fucked up. I asked him to give Troy a whole new situation.
Again, I asked, heaven was hell and vice versa. Yeah. Would you start doing evil in order to nurture?
Them folks would have really bad-balled Troy. I went over the head. So I was creating enemies for myself. They was trying to control his career. And the girl Rashida, who I had gave a record to, by the way, who had just put out 5 records that flopped. They just put millions behind this girl. They couldn't get it right. I went in there and gave them a record in 2 hours. Bitch shot to #1. They asked me, how the fuck did you do that?
I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand.
Quavo's strong eye for talent, sensitive ears for what a hit song is, and nationwide street credibility is what made him so important to Atlanta's hip-hop movement. But after stepping outside the box with several high-up industry powerhouses, he was immediately ignored. And although he's responsible for almost a decade of classic hit songs that's still relevant today, he was dropped from mainstream. The most degrading part of it all was everyone he helped launch to household status had turned into burned bridges, and Quavo had found himself amongst the independents once again.
When I felt like I was first starting to get bogged out by the industry, I was on some Merc shit, for real. I know these niggas ain't about this shit.
When you say about you mean by the industry itself?
Yeah, it's like you don't even exist. But see, I never needed the industry like that. We had our own money.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? My studio cost $1 million before T.I. had a deal. I came back and helped T.I. get this deal. It's real shit. I done loved Atlanta so hard, the same thing I help. They'll dap you down if they see you in the street, but it only built my catalog of my unaccredited shit. I know I got more hits than anybody in the history of Atlanta. And when I do...
Nationwide, international, like nationally known.
Man, I'm talking about worldwide.
Can you mention a few?
I mean, I prefer to wait till we finish filing for this thing. You know what I'm saying? I hate for your documentary to come out before my
No doubt, feel it.
But trust me, you don't know it from Atlanta. I don't give a fuck if you're working with LaFace Records, So Def. Nigga can't stand around with me when it comes to just... Imagine living that and then don't get no credit for 90% of it.
You feel like it don't even exist.
Yeah, I remember hearing one of my songs that I think played about 5, 6 of my records. Tears just started falling. I ain't even crying. I just can't stop this shit from falling. How could their hearts be so cold? You know what I mean? How can I help a man have millions to feed his kids and he don't even give a fuck if I got a sandwich? Like, it's a cold ass world out here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Even the who think they got over on me, I've been taught to see that, yeah, you probably eating off a plate too big, but I'm looking at the kids behind you and the young ladies that deserve to eat too. You know what I'm saying? So